My name is Abby. Welcome to NerdLife, I guess. Today I'll be talking about Harry Potter. So you know the new series, not the new series, but like the new book called The Cursed Child? It makes no sense. Let me tell you why. First off, Harry Potter. Why would he treat his child like that? He wouldn't. So, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. So he has 3 children. James Sirius Potter, Albus Severus Potter, the main character of the new book, and Lily Luna Potter. Okay, well, Albus, he's put in Slytherin when all of his family's been in Gryffindor. He's been put in Slytherin, and then, everyone's like, oh my god, wow, he's so awesome. But then, like, he's put in Slytherin. It's like, oh my god, no, he sucks. For no reason at all. Just because he's not his father. Too much. Anyway, and then his best friend is, Scorpius Malfoy. Draco Malfoy's son. Which is kind of weird. And Scorpius Malfoy has a crush on, Rose Granger Weasley, which is Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley's daughter, which is also weird. Anyway, let me get to the main villain. The main villain is Delphine. She don't got a last name, apparently. But she is the daughter of Voldemort and Bellatrix Lestrange. It doesn't make sense. Voldemort hates physical contact. He basically just used Bellatrix. Bellatrix was in love with Voldemort for some freaking reason. But, first of all, and Bellatrix was married, okay? She is married. And it's like, the plot of the story is, how Delphine came to be made was Bellatrix's husband, totally forgot his name, brought Bellatrix back because she died. He brought her back to life, just so and brought her to Voldemort just so they could sleep together to create a child. That makes absolutely 0 sense. Sorry. And then the entire part of the story is she's trying to go back in time to bring Voldemort back to life for some reason. But, so she convinces Albus Severus Potter and Scorpius Malfoy to help her steal a time turner from Hermione Granger, by the way, to go back in time. And then they just mess up the entirety of the world, which, like, they cause Harry Potter to die. So that's fun. And then they go back to the night that Harry's parents died. Try to raise him, and then, like, Albus destroys Harry's only thing he got from his parents, his blanket, from, the night his parents died. Oh, just to say that he got in trouble because he was stupid and followed a random girl's thing. Like, what the crap? And then he almost died and almost caused his best friend to die. And, you know what? I was excited because of that book before I read it. Because, I love Harry Potter. So, I'm excited there's going to be a new book. But that book makes no sense. What I think they should have done is, like, so in the last Harry Potter book, during the war, the final battle, Hogwarts battle, if you will, Voldemort died, and Harry won, right? Well, what I think should have happened was, in the new book, The Cursed Child, Voldemort didn't die. He came back. He was dead. He was dead, but he came back. So, and then they all have, it's the next generation and all that. But then all those next generation have to deal with Voldemort and all that stuff. That's what I think should have happened, instead of some weird love child thing that makes absolutely no sense. Yes. So that's what I think about that. Another thing, I feel like some of the Harry Potter characters shouldn't have died. You know who I think should have died? I think Umbridge should have died, and not Fred Weasley. Like, the way he died, it hurts a lot. He should not have died like that. He shouldn't have died at all. Neither should have Severus Snape. And okay, so I know he was he wasn't the best, but, like, he wasn't a bad person, okay? He did some things that no one should be proud of, but, like, he also did a lot of great things, So, yeah. Umbridge is still alive, and that makes me upset. Physically upset. I hate Umbridge so much. I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot. Oh, so I want to say a controversial thing about Cedric Diggory. I'm glad he died. I know everyone's like, oh my god, no, poor Cedric, but I hated him. I don't know why. Just something about him awakens an anger in me. In fact, I sort of just hate the fourth book in its entirety, Goblet of Fire. I just feel like it could be better. It could be so much better. Cedric's character sort of brings it down a little. He's not that bad of a character, but I feel like, they're just trying to, bring more characters in, and, like, he was briefly mentioned in the third book, but the fourth one, it's like you sort of just throw him there, and he's not that very well known character, and then you just kill him at the end of it. I feel like maybe he was just there just to move the story along, like, oh my god, things are getting serious, people are dying now. And I hate Cho Chang with all my heart. First she was like, oh my god, Harry, I love him so much. But then, like, Cedric asked her out, she's like, sorry, Harry, I gotta go with my boyfriend Cedric now. And Cedric died. And then, which, I understand her being upset about that because, that was her boyfriend. People are generally upset when their boyfriends die. Or just people die in general. And then, fifth book came around, and then she had a thing for Harry again. And then, like, she got upset at Harry because he wasn't Cedric Diggory, which doesn't make sense. Like, I understand you missed your boyfriend, okay? You didn't spend a lot of time with him. You sort of young love thing. You, like, missed him. You wish he shouldn't have died, and all that stuff. But to get upset at Harry because he doesn't act like Cedric Diggory is completely stupid. Because he's a completely different person than Cedric Diggory, And she knows that. And I think she's just upset at Harry because she misses Cedric, but she likes Harry, or she liked Harry, and she just wants somebody to hold on to Cedric. And she picked Harry, and she's upset because Harry isn't Cedric. That's what I think about that. My favorite character from Harry Potter is probably Luna Lovegood. And I know she's a little woohoo, but she's really cool. Yeah. She's in Ravenclaw, and Ravenclaw is my favorite house. It's also a house I was sorted in, but Ravenclaws are pretty good. The only Ravenclaw I do not like is Cho Chang. I cannot stress that enough. Cho Chang with all my heart. I hate her almost as much as I hate Umbridge. Yeah. So that's what I think about Harry Potter. Comment below what house you're in, who's your favorite Harry Potter character, and thank you for watching. I'm done now. If it's stopped recording, I'm not doing it again if it's stopped recording, just so you know.
Oh, it's still recording.